and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. This is Love All Beauty. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Before we get into today's video, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that. You can hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Cool, let's get into it. So for today's video, I just thought we could do like a get ready with me style video, testing out a couple of new products. Nothing crazy. It's Monday when I'm filming this, so I thought, let's just keep it simple, shall we? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna clip back my hair. I hope everybody is doing well. I cannot even freaking believe it's February. Like, I don't understand where the time goes. It's crazy. I feel like it was just New Year's, and then here we are. Freaking February. So I already moisturized my face, but I'm actually going to go in with some primer. I've been really enjoying the Smashbox Primerizer just because you guys know from previous videos I have pretty dry skin this time of year. So I like to make sure I use lots of extra hydration. For foundation, I actually just recently got this. It's a pretty viral foundation, as in it's been around for a while and everyone talks about its amazingness. So I thought, well, I need to give it a try. It is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And what's nice about this is that they have most of the colors in a smaller sized bottle. So this is 0.60 fluid ounce. So a standard foundation comes with usually an ounce. So for less money, you can buy this smaller bottle because it is on the pricier side. I think the full fluid ounce is 60 some odd dollars, and this was in the 40s, which is still a lot, but everyone claims that is just the most amazing foundation. So we're gonna go ahead and go in and just do a little dollop there. This is the shade 3. I'm going in with my e.l.f. camo sponge, which I love. I actually want to try some other e.l.f. sponges. So this foundation does not claim to be full coverage or anything like that. I believe it's supposed to be a light to medium buildable coverage foundation. But the idea is that it offers a nice like skin-like glow, a nice luminosity to the skin to just look really fresh and nice and dewy. So I don't think you're gonna want to reach for this if you're looking for, you know, full coverage or matte or something like that. But I think a nice everyday coverage foundation, this would be a good one to reach for. I know a lot of makeup artists like to use this for bridal makeup just because it has such a nice finish. I don't really have any zits or anything right now that I need to cover up, but I will go in with a concealer like usual. So yeah, I think that looks really good. I'm gonna bring up a mirror here. What do I do with my mirror? Yeah, that looks really good. It looks very luminous, as it's called. It didn't cling to any dry patches or anything, but like I said, I really went in with the I had the moisturizer and then also the primer that has moisturizing properties in it, so I'm not really surprised that I don't really have any dry skin going on. I'll try to get up a little closer here so you guys can see. But yeah, looks nice. And then for concealer, I actually have a new concealer that I'm gonna try as well. The brand Nudestix. I haven't actually used any of their products, but it is a Korean brand, a K-beauty brand. And I've heard really good things about, they're kind of known for their multi-sticks. So a stick that can be used for like contouring or blush or lips, kind of just look like chunky pencils. And then you can kind of just draw all over the place. But anyways, they recently released a concealer. It's called the Nudestix Nude Fix Cream Concealer. And I believe this is like a medium coverage foundation, a medium buildable coverage foundation. So it's kind of nice because it comes in a squeezy tube, but then it has a doe foot applicator, which is really nice. I'm just gonna kind of put it where I normally would. It seems like a very light weight formula, just right off the bat, I can tell. One of my most favorite concealers lately is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer, and this kind of feels like it might have a similar quality to it. That is my dog barking. So I have a window over off to the side here, and my dog is sitting on this little couch thing on a blanket like a princess that she is, and barking at neighbors. So I guess that's what she's doing. Anyway, I'm just blending this out here. I'm hoping that it's not gonna be one of those that dries super fast. Really, Avi? Let mommy blend out her concealer. Look at it up close. That's always the true test. Yeah, that looks really nice. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. Maybe just use a smidge on my eyelids just because they're veiny and I want to cover that up. So just a little dot there. A little dot will do ya. It doesn't seem like a lot comes out on that applicator, which can be good or bad. I mean, depends on how much you want to be dipping in to your bottle there. Just gonna tap out any creases that may have already formed. I mean, I'm gonna have them. We're human, right? Our faces move. We have creases, we have wrinkles. That's life. Rather than baking, I'm gonna use kind of a fluffier brush here, and I'm just going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't have any new powders that I need to try out. And I'm just gonna do kind of a quick brush over of the lids as well, just because I don't want that to crease. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, just kind of a nice domed brush here, get into the powder, and then just kind of, you know, dust that all over. Let's see how that reacted with the powder. My under eyes look a little bit dry, so I don't know if that's just because they're dry, or if that powder and that concealer might not play well together. Not really sure, but I'll have to keep using it just to see what works. I may have to just not use as much powder underneath there. Let's go in with some bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze-It. I totally effed up the front of this packaging, but this is a really good lighter skin tone bronzer. It does have a little bit of a glow to it. Just kind of doing maybe a little bit of contouring with this. I'm gonna go in with maybe, let's see, I have a bigger, fluffier brush. Use this little guy here. Just gonna go around the perimeter. I always like to go on top of my nose. I don't even know if that does anything, but sure. I do have a new blush that I want to try. So one of my favorite blushes that I've been liking a lot lately is the Tarte Amazonian Clay. It's like their 12-hour clay blush in the shade Pate. And it's kind of like a nude blush. And I like it because on days where I maybe don't want to wear bronzer or something, that blush can kind of act as my bronzer. Why do they gotta do this to packaging? I don't understand. It's like Fort Knox. Hey, we got it open. So that's what it looks like, just a really pretty nude shade. This is really pretty. It kind of almost reminds me a little bit of the NARS Orgasm blush, but not as pink. That one's pretty pink, but this almost has like gold champagne reflect in there. Super pretty. Yeah, and Wet n Wild, I mean, we all know their products are amazing and super inexpensive. Cool. I like it. And then for highlighter, I have had this Bobbi Brown one for a while. It is just kind of like a smaller highlighter, but it's pretty because it has a little bit of like bronze and then kind of champagne, icy colors. Just use my little highlighter brush. Just go the high points, eyebrows, and then Cupid's bow. And then I like to go down the center of the nose. Boop. You gotta boop. Boop the nose. Let's do some setting spray. I have this one by Flower Beauty, and it's the hydrating, it's Seal the Deal hydrating setting spray. It's supposed to be like a dewy finish. Grab my fan here. I've used this a couple times. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is like sometimes it has a pretty fine mister and then it'll randomly just kind of spit on your face, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's nice otherwise than that. Yeah, see, I can tell it like spit on my shirt. That's not very nice, Flower Beauty. This is your time to feel like you're in a like Beyonce video. The face is looking nice and glowy. I like that because normally I'm, you know, the desert, so it's nice to be super hydrated. Okay, now we're gonna move into the eyes. I thought we could just do something simple. I made an order from Shein, and they have a new beauty line called She Glam, and they had this bubblegum palette, which is just some pastels and super pretty glitters and things like that. I've seen some reviews and people said that they're really good. So I thought, let's try it out while we're at it. I think for today, I'm just gonna do a light wash all over the eye, just because these are lighter shades. So there's a light pink in here that's called Peach. So I guess it's a light peach rather. So I'm just gonna grab a large fluffy oh my god, I cannot talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. A large fluffy blending brush. This one is the Jessup Tapered Blender, and just going to wash that all over the eyelid. These type of shades, since they're pastels, are not meant to be super pigmented. So if that's what you're going for, this probably isn't going to be the palette for you. So I'm going to mix in also a little bit of this lavender shade that they have in the palette called Flamingo. And just go right over top of that. Flamingo. And let's see, I'm gonna take a smaller blender. Let's use this MSQ brush, kind of a small blender. There is a brighter purple in here called Taro. I'm assuming in reference to taro root. And I'm just gonna focus that right in the corner. I had busted out my eyeshadow tapes, but apparently I decided I don't need no stinking tape. This might be a good, like, beginner's eyeshadow palette, just because, you know, you're not gonna get super bright color like right away where you're freaking out like, oh my god, how am I gonna blend this out? You know what I mean? So, pastel colors are super nice to work with just for that purpose. You can kind of see how pretty that looks. Just very like simple and soft. I'm gonna do the other eye and then I'll be right back. Right, we are back. I've got the other eye done. So yeah, I really like how this look turned out. Just a nice simple wash of color, kind of similar to like a watercolor. That's what I think of anyway. I also applied some L'Oreal Eyeliner Signature to the waterline, or tight lining, I guess I did. I did not do that on camera because it's not the most comfortable thing for me to do. So I always like my eye starts watering. But basically what you do is just take the pencil and then stick it up there and line underneath there. It just really helps to make your lashes look thicker, because I don't really want to do a wing or anything like that for today's look. I just want to kind of keep it nice and simple. I was always so terrified to use anything like, you know, pink or red or whatever. I just thought, you know, do we really want to look like we have pink eye? You know what I mean? But there is a right way to do it and, you know, not make it look like pink eye, unless that's the look you're going for. If you want to look like you have pink eye, then more power to you. I'm just going in for my eyebrows here with my usual NYX Micro brow pencil. Nothing new there. Oh dear, my dog's looking out the window again. She is a nearly 6-year-old boxer lab mix. We got her when she was just a puppy from a foster place in Texas. Her mom was actually found pregnant on the side of the street, and animal control picked her up, and her mama had all of them, all the babies at animal control. So we have a really sweet picture of the little animal control officer holding up all these cute little babies. Her mom was one of those boxers that was all white and then have a like black patch. So freaking cute. But anyways, all of her siblings and the mama got adopted, so that's awesome. She had a really long car ride here to the Northwest because she couldn't fly because she's part boxer, and airlines don't allow that because of their muzzle, like how they breathe. But she doesn't really have a smooshy face or anything like that. She's all black, so she looks similar to a lab, but just like something's off. That's the boxer. She has a lot of boxer mannerisms, that's for dang sure. She loves to talk with her paws, everything with the dang paws. And she has an underbite, which is quite endearing, I think. Okay, so eyebrows are done. I would just keep blending because that's just how I am, like blending constantly. Like, why do I need to keep doing that? I don't know. It's just, that's a quirk of Amanda. I'm gonna go in and curl these eyelashes. I actually got a new eyelash curler. This is by that brand Japanesque. All right, and then we're gonna go in with the Lancôme Hypnose Drama Mascara. She's looking at me like, Mom, why are you talking to yourself? Why do you, when we're doing mascara, we gotta make a face? A weird thing we all do. I don't know. Couldn't tell ya. So another new item I recently got is another viral product. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner in the shade Pillow Talk. Her Pillow Talk line is iconic. It's been around for a minute now. And she has a lipstick in Pillow Talk, obviously the lip liner. There's a lip gloss, I believe. Maybe a blush too. I'm not sure, but it's just supposedly how they market it is kind of your lip color but better type of thing. And I mean, it's just a really nice, I need a different mirror. Just a nice nude shade. All right, I think my mascara is dry. So I'm gonna go in with a smaller little blender. There's this lighter shade called Flamingo that I used. So I'll try that underneath there first. I might go in with that Taro shade if I'm finding I'm not getting enough definition. Yeah, my under eyes are a little bit dry today, I'm noticing. So yeah, again, I'll have to use that concealer a little bit more just to see if it's that concealer powder combo or that concealer with foundation. I'm not really sure, but you can never count out a product until you use it a few times at least. There are some pretty glitters in here, so I might put a little bit. There's a shade in here called Lace, and it's like a pink purple shift. It looks like, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit here on my finger and then just add it right here in the corner. I'm not gonna go too ham with the glitter because, well, I know I love glitter and I could easily go ham with it, but we're just gonna add a little bit of something in the corner here. Little je ne sais quoi. And then to finish off the lips, I'm gonna use some of this Bare Minerals Generation Nude or Gen Nude in the shade Bestie. So that is the finished look. Nothing too crazy. I like these kind of looks because it's really easy to get, you know, put together or look put together. It doesn't take a lot of effort. I will have to update you guys on my thoughts of some of these newer products. Like I said, the concealer, I'm gonna have to use that a couple more times just to see what works for me. I did enjoy the Bubblegum palette. It's a really good palette if you like lighter pastel shades. Perfect for like spring and summer, or if you're just wanting kind of a light wash of color. Pretty inexpensive. I do enjoy the Giorgio Armani foundation because it is very like luminizing and hydrating. It is pretty dang expensive, and there are a lot of foundations that you can get now, drugstore and otherwise, that have a similar effect. You just have to kind of find what works for you, like with everything. I like the Wet n Wild blush Very inexpensive. It's a really pretty shade if you like nude blushes or just wanting to mix up your blush game and use something a little bit different than like a pink or something. I like the Charlotte Tilbury liner. It's just really simple and easy to use and helps enhance your lip shape. So I do enjoy that. I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting this channel. Thank you so much. If you really enjoyed this video today, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. All right, goodbye. This is Avi, in case you guys were all wondering. She's very grumpy when she has to get pictures taken or be filmed. So yeah, you just go back to sleeping and digging on my couch.